brother man. Shaft, that's the guy right there.
That's him, Tony Jones. On the ensuing kickoff, Michael Lewis. And that's a great play by Eddie Brown as he slid along the carpet, got a hand on an ankle, and then got some help. Eddie Brown's having a fine defensive game here for the Destroyers.
And now you got to think that the New Jersey Red Dogs are looking around saying, you know what, we got to turn it on. We've been playing great offensively, and all of a sudden, 3 plays have not gone our way, and we're down by 8 points in a game that we didn't even trail at any point in the first half.
And you see the scoring drive, and of course, Tony Jones with the 26-yard touchdown reception, and Browning Nagel has come up huge in this game. Off the quick step and drop on that far side, and that was a big hit again by Eddie Brown as he just leveled David Saunders.
Yeah, Eddie Brown got one of those hits you love to get. David Saunders just made a sidestep and just started to turn inside, and he turned right into Eddie Brown, full face. And that was a nice, solid tackle by Eddie Brown. And once again, the Destroyers go right back to their philosophy. Give them the short stuff, make them earn their way down the field, and make them pay when they get the long one with an interception.
And watch Saunders right here with a little juke move, and then all of a sudden, here comes number 8 right here. Maddox to throw. Again, they go to the far side. Pass is caught, and quickly out of bounds is Damian Porter.
That's a little photo negative there. 4-on-4. Damian Porter working against Carlos Brooks. Brooks also with 1 pick tonight.
And Prentice Taylor has the other interception. It was right at the end of the half as Maddox just tried to throw the bomb, and Prentice Taylor picked that one off, and then Brooks came up with an interception, which led right away to a Buffalo touchdown and has given them a 49-41 advantage. Maddox to the end zone, and it's overthrown. No markers. Coverage by Prentice Taylor on Saunders.
You see so many times you have Tommy Maddox going over to talk to his head coach, but these receivers and defensive backs, they play against each other all day, the whole game. They see each other across the line of scrimmage. They go hard at each other, and you kind of form a bond. It's a mutual respect, and it's also, it's almost an affair you have with this guy for an afternoon. You got to play him.
It's a little more than I needed to know.
It really is, and it's really something. After a game, you really feel a kinship toward the guy that you've been beating the brains out of all afternoon.
Michael Lewis comes up with a catch. Prentice Taylor hauls him down, but it's inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, and that will be a Red Dog first down.
We're speaking about the relationship between these two teams. There's a lot of players, and we heard Ray Bentley allude to it in the open, that guys on his team, the Buffalo Destroyers, who played for this Red Dog team even as recently as a year ago.
And Carlos Brooks is one of them.
Yes, he is, and that's one of the reasons Carlos Brooks is on this field. He knows these receivers better, probably, than some of the defensive backs of the Red Dogs themselves, who practice against these guys every day, because he did for an entire year.
Kevin Clements, the big running back, trying to get into the end zone. He's not going to get there. Carlos Brooks was there, and I believe Tony Jones as well.
Well, that's one of the things now that they're down in the red zone. Now comes time to put up or shut up for this defense for the Destroyers. The Red Dogs are going to try and punch this ball in there. They've got Clemens in the backfield, a 285-pound running back who's got pretty good quickness in the hole. And they're going to try and punch it in.
All right, Tommy Maddox again. This time some confusion. Maddox isn't going to get in, and markers fly everywhere, so hold everything. Let's wait for the officials to sort it out. Ricotta's for the best pizza, subs, wings in the South Towns. Visit Ricotta's Orchard Park location. It's got to be Ricotta's.
Well, that's, even though the Red Dogs are trailing in this game, that is one of the few plays that they've looked discombobulated on this afternoon. They have played pretty much mistake-free football, but on that play, Tommy Maddox looked a little bit confused, and the running back didn't look like he took the right angle, and they got balled up in the backfield.
Formation on the offense, the tight end and the split end were lined up on the same side. That penalty is declined, 3rd down.
All right, so what they do is they turn down the penalty, and they take the down.
Oh, yeah, you have to do that because you want to limit their chances to score down here, and this is probably, if they don't score here, they're probably going to go for the field goal with this early in the second half.
All right, this is a big play right now for the Destroyers defense. Maddox to throw. Got a man open. Touchdown, New Jersey. It's Damian Porter.
So the Red Dogs just ran an old-fashioned pick play.
And And got away with it.
Did it to perfection. You watch here at the bottom of your screen. They'll just come out and run a pick. The receiver on the outside comes in, stands in front of the receiver on the inside's defender. Watch here, Prentice Taylor.
There he is, right there. He bops him off.
Bops him off. And the reason they got away with that was because the cornerback on the outside was making contact with the receiver at the time of the contact.
Extra point is up and good by Derek Shoreis. And just like that, it is now a 1-point advantage for the Buffalo Destroyers. 4:49 to go here in the third, but Prentice Taylor did get rubbed off on that play. 3-yard touchdown reception. And for Porter, it is indeed his third of the day.
He's a guy that has come on in the last few weeks. We spoke earlier. I wonder if that guy has his own season ticket.
I think he does.
Does the mannequin have a season ticket?
Well, hey, man, this is New York. They charge you for everything.
That's exactly.
I had to pay 3 tolls just to get to the arena.
That guy's got to have a season ticket. You don't come in with that thing unless you've got a seat for it. That is the Red Dog here.
You got it.
I wonder if it's got to belong to the guy in the purple shirt. You say you look like your own pets.
They have some fun here, don't they?
There you go.
There you go. Hey, everybody, AAA Baseball right here on this world-class network. It's Friday, July 7th. You can tune in live 6:30. Good old-fashioned doubleheader. Syracuse Sky Chiefs head down the thruway to play with the Buffalo Bisons, Major League Stars of tomorrow. They get their chance to shine right here on the Empire Sports Network. The Sky Chiefs and the Herd. July 7th, beginning at 6:30. Howard Simon, Duke McGuire calling that action for you. Those guys putting in a long night. They're doing a twin bill.
They'll get over it.
Oh, yeah, they will.
I don't feel sorry for those guys.
No, I don't either.
After all, it is television. It's not like they really work for a living.
On the ensuing kickoff, Branch is going to field it in the end zone. Derek looking for a seam. Found one. Breaks away. Hauled down from behind on a shoestring tackle. Big number 75. Joe Borges coming up with the tackle there as he got a hold of Derek Branch.
Once again, the Destroyers getting excellent field position on their kickoff return unit. And I think Ray Bentley is going to take a little bit of extra pride in the fact that the unit that he's in charge of has really made such a turnaround in the last 6 weeks. Watch here as Derek Branch comes up, finds his hole, weaves in there, and then just looks for daylight, runs to where they're not, and does a great job getting out almost to the 20-yard line.
All right, up under center is Browning Nagel. Now it's Howard Smothers. Jim Stiebel, who started, got ejected in the first half. Throwing to the far side. That's a pretty good throwaway that time by Browning Nagel.
That was well defended by the Red Dogs. They were all over that route. They had all 3 receivers covered really closely, and Browning Nagel just decided to wait for the next down.
And you see time beginning to run down here in the third quarter. 1-point Buffalo advantage. And the Destroyers trying to increase their lead. Branch will be the motion man on the near side. Quick drop. They hitch and go. Branch trying to break free. He caught it. I think he caught it for a touchdown. He did, despite the fact that he was bumped. Of course, we're near New York City, so that happens regularly. He still comes up with a catch, and Buffalo's in the end zone. Derek Branch.
The defender was riding him all the way down the sidelines. Jeroy Johnson elbowed him, cut him off on the sidelines, and Derek Branch was running right down the boards, kind of leaning on the boards, and then pulled this ball in. This is a phenomenal catch. You won't see it at the end here. You'll see him catch the football, but this doesn't do justice to what he went through to get to that point.
Wow.
Jeroy Johnson was hanging onto him like a plow hangs onto a tractor.
My flag on for the extra point try. Nick Browder is the holder, and it is up, and Black misses. That's the first one that he has missed today, and that won't sit well with Mike Black.
One of the things Ray Bentley, I was speaking to him before, I said Mike Black has really come on. He did not kick well early in the season. He is really the all-time leading kicker in the Arena League, but did not have a good first half of the season. And when Ray Bentley took over, he sat down with Mike Black and asked him to up his commitment, to come in more days to the arena, to practice more, to watch himself on film. And Mike Black did that. He came in, saw something he didn't like in his approach to the place kicks, and it has made all the difference. Mike Black has really come on in the last month and a half and been a huge asset for this football team. Last week he was 5 for 5 on PATs, and tonight it was his first miss in 2 weeks. And that sounds, you know, like a lot of misses, but in this league, those crossbar, it's high and it's narrow.
Yes, it is.
And you don't go very long without seeing somebody miss one. Obviously, Shore Eyes for the Red Dogs has missed one already this evening.
All right, let's head down to the field. Bobby Trimble. Bob.
Yeah, guys, you know, obviously Mike Black disappointed missing that extra point, but the Buffalo Destroyers right now, that's the 3rd straight game these guys have scored 50 points or more, something they just couldn't do earlier in the season. Obviously, the move of Ray Bentley to take Tony Kimber upstairs as offensive coordinator, get this thing going offensively. It's working out pretty good.
Well, Browning-Nagel, too, coming back and playing with the confidence that he is now displaying with this club, too, has just been a situation where he has taken this team offensively now to the next level.
Yeah, he really has, and that'll happen when you get benched. You'll come back with a vengeance. You'll rededicate yourself, and that's sometimes all it takes.
And Mike Black redeems himself by, what does he do? An unreturnable kickoff again. That's the 3rd straight one for Mike Black.
Well, you can see the New Jersey Red Dogs, they watch that ball go through there, and they stand there and watch it. They hear the whistle go, and they turn around. They're like, man, what's the deal? They're looking around at each other after that kick goes through, and they're thinking, aren't we ever going to get a chance to make something happen on special teams? It's really discouraging for them.
Now you take that option away, and Mike Black has been splendid at that in the last couple of games. All right, Tommy Maddox brings him up to the offensive line at the 5-yard line. Quick drop. Got his man, and a huge hit by Eddie Brown once again as he lays the leather on Johnson. Eddie Brown has been sticking anything in a orange, red, whatever you want to call that jersey color.
He came in and made a tackle on kickoff, and then the last drive he made a couple of very difficult, very physical tackles, and there was another one on the opening play of this drive. Watch as he comes up, jumps the short route, and just bang! No chance for a missed tackle on that one. That's exactly what you want out of a cornerback.
Lewis, the motion man. Maddox has time. Got his man to the near side. Once again, Eddie Brown with the tackle on the play, but falling forward and picking up the necessary yardage for a first down is Johnson.
Once again, and it seems to be working for both teams, actually. Buffalo making them earn their way down the field, and Tommy Maddox and the Red Dogs just taking their time, being patient, and taking what the defense gives them. And watch here as Eddie Brown comes in. And that's what you want from a cornerback. You don't care about the physical nature of the tackle. Just make the tackle and don't give up the big play.
Johnson, the motion man, and all of a sudden, problems. Did he get the timeout call in time? He did. Tommy Maddox did get the timeout call just in time. And that will be the first for the Red Dogs here in the second half of play. Well, the Buffalo Destroyers with a 55-48 advantage, and we have 1:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
We were speaking at halftime again, Ray Bentley and this coaching staff. It really becomes apparent how good your coaching staff is if your team comes out and still remains productive in the second half. You've got to be able to make adjustments on the fly, and every good coaching staff can do it. And Ray Bentley and his staff, as the weeks have passed, have shown their ability to do that as well.
Well, it's one of Steve's favorite programs. Of course, it's Howard, Bobby, and Jim's favorite show. We're talking about Fan TV. We've got NHL draft news, everything else you need to know Monday through Friday, 4:30, and also the 9:30 edition. That's the nighttime show with Bobby. Once again, Larry Felser, Buffalo News sports editor, will be on Fan TV tomorrow. Once again, Fan TV, 4:30, Monday through Friday, 9:30, the same with Fan TV nighttime. Michael Lewis comes to the near side. The motion man, Geroyd Johnson. Maddox out of the shotgun. Under pressure, DeWitt's after him. John trying to run down, forces him to get rid of the football. And that's really one of the first real times where they have chased Maddox out of the box.
And John DeWitt came loose on the inside, just sidestepped the defender, and really used his speed to make Tommy Maddox run out of there. Tommy Maddox obviously doesn't throw the football as well, running for his life. Nobody does. You see there, John DeWitt just a step too slow, but Tommy Maddox, that was self-preservation there. That's something he's going to be thinking about if it happens more than once.
And that's what what the Buffalo Destroyers defense wants to do now. And DeWitt is lined up right over the condo, Jerry Krause. Lewis, the motion man. DeWitt's in again. Here's the pass blocked by Lewis at the 20-yard line, and he stopped there. It will be short, however, of the first down.
Stop by number 4, David Andrews.
On that last play with John DeWitt coming into the backfield, he's a guy who's a grinder. He's one of the holdovers from early in the season when they weren't playing. Ray Bentley kept him around. He's a hard worker. He does everything he's asked to do, and he had his best game as an Arena League player last week in Houston in that win. He had a sack very late to help ice that win. And it's a guy that just keeps getting better. He works hard. He does everything they ask him to do, and yet he's a guy that hasn't yet turned the corner and become a great player, but they think he has the ability to do it.
There was movement on the line of scrimmage, and the play will be enough for a first down, depending on the spot of the football, but hold everything.
That's going to be against Buffalo. They were jumping around and probably stepped into the neutral zone.
Could have. Chris Pope, by the way, was the ball carrier. And it is going to be against the Buffalo Destroyers.
Offside. Defense number 34. 3-yard penalty. The result, first down.
That's David White, who jumped early. And actually, Steve, Buffalo has done a pretty good job of staying relatively penalty-free in this game.
Yeah, that's one specter they don't want to raise its head for them. They have really shaken that bug that they had earlier in the year of getting penalties at crucial times and a lot of penalties. And they have kind of shaken that off here in the last month or so. But, you know, if that starts to go back, it can go south in a hurry.
All right, we have come to the end of the third quarter. And it is a Buffalo Destroyer margin of 55-48. Stay with us. Fourth and deciding stanza on the way. All right, everybody, play back in here at the Meadowlands, the Continental Airlines Arena in New Jersey. That pass from Tommy Maddox is complete to Saunders. And the New Jersey Red Dogs trying to get into the end zone. Let's quickly head downstairs. Here's Bob Trimble. Bobby.
Yeah, guy standing by with one of the partners in the ownership group for the Red Dogs, Bruce Harper, former New York Jet running back, along with Carl Banks, Joe Morris, Harry Carson. What do you like about arena football?
Oh, it's fast, it's high scoring. You know, you can be behind late in the game and still come back, which I hope happens here today. But it's a very exciting game, and I like it because it's a high scoring action game.
And real quick, one other thing for you, Bruce. When you look at these players, you know, in your prime, you're a quick running back, could do a lot of things. Would you like to have played arena football?
The field is not big enough for me. I needed some room to run around and get away from the big guys.
All right, thanks for joining us.
All right, my pleasure.
Guys,
thanks
back upstairs to you.
I can relate to
I
that.
bet you can.
If I don't have room to run away, I'm done.
Yeah, it's a pretty much confined space. All right, Maddox now up at the line of scrimmage. Michael Lewis, the man in motion. Maddox looking, going into the end zone. Good coverage that time, and now here come the flags. Well, some late flags coming out, but two of them did at that time.
Carlos Brooks is going to get called for having his left arm around
Pass
the
interference.
waist.
Defense number 4. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
You know, those are the ones that are frustrating because you didn't need to do that. You had the play defended well enough. The throw was not going to be there. You'll watch here. He's not going to catch that ball. And yet he pulls the left hip out from in him and spins him around. Watch this as he spins him around. And the referee sees that, takes a moment to dig his flag out and throws it.
All right, so with the first down now, it's first and goal at the 2-yard line. Into the end zone, intercepted! Tony Jones! Tony Jones up the sidelines! And the Buffalo Destroyers catch a huge break! Off the deflection into the hands of Tony Jones. Well, I'm talking about Shaft.
Tony Jones having a great game. That was heads-up play. The ball was deflected. Tony Jones hustling to the football. So many times you'll see those big guys, the ball is gone, they kind of turn and watch it. In this game, watch Tony Jones. He'll fall back out of there. See him watch the ball being thrown, turns and runs to get in on the tackle, and the ball pops right into his hands. Great heads-up play and a great return out to the 15-yard line.
And that puts the Destroyers back in business. Remember now, we're playing in the fourth quarter, down to 13 minutes left in the game, and it's a 55-48 advantage for Buffalo. Browning Nagel up under center. Derek Branch will be the motion man on the near side. Nagel, quick little drop off. Bobby Olive's got it. Scoots past midfield and down at the 24-yard line of New Jersey. It will be enough yardage for a first down.
What a great play. They just noticed Browning Nagel said, hey, Bobby Olive is uncovered. They're off of him. Just let me get the snap and get it to him as quickly as possible and let him use his quickness and athletic ability, just get as many yards as we can. Derek Branch is out there, throws a little bit of a block and gives him some extra yardage, and 14 of 23. Browning Nagel's got to be happy about those numbers.
And no picks. 6 touchdowns today for Browning Nagel. This time, Terrell Shaw will be the man in motion in the slot. Nagel, plenty of time, and drills it to Derek Branch. He wanted to go deep to Shaw that time, but had to look away and came back to Derek Branch on a quick little snap out to the near side.
One of the things you see now with Browning Nagel, in the first half we noticed it, that he was not putting the ball right where it needed to be to give his receivers a chance to make a play after they caught it. They were just using all their energy just to catch the ball, and now he's putting it right on their numbers. They've got a chance to catch it, turn up the field, do something with it, put the ball away, and make a play. That's going to make the difference for this ball club as this game winds down and catches become more and more crucial.
David White is the running back. Bobby Olive, the man in motion in the slot. Handoff straight ahead. David White, running room, headed toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! David White bowls his way into the end zone. The Destroyers score again.
The biggest difference in the offense of the Buffalo Destroyers, it's been twofold. One, they've stopped making mistakes, and two, their play selection has come full circle and has really turned around since Tony Kimbrough went upstairs and Ray Bentley has come on the field to call the plays. Watch this. 2 or 3 times today, the play selection has been exactly on target, and that has been the difference.
On for the extra point. Mike Black. Kick is on the way. Black drills it. And just like that, the Buffalo Destroyers are out to a 62-48 advantage here in the 4th period of play. Wow. David White off the draw play, taking it all the way into the end zone. The Destroyers out to a big lead over New Jersey.
When you're seriously injured in an auto accident, your choice of personal injury lawyer can affect you for the rest of your life. When you're seriously injured in an auto accident, contact a law firm that has the trial experience you need if the insurance companies won't settle. When you're seriously injured in an auto accident, call 1-800-ACCIDENT for a free consultation with a lawyer who will explain your rights. Ballo, Braisted, O'Brien, and Russin, seeking justice, one case at a time.
There's the scoring drive. 3 plays, 36 yards, and David White with a 17-yard touchdown sprint into the end zone. And the Destroyers with a 62-48 advantage. And
it's not very often. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, this team, Steve, does not look like the offensive team that we saw in the first 8 games.
No, it doesn't. They don't score 62 points very often.
And Mike Black has done it again. Unreturnable on the kickoff. Wow. This team is fired up.
Yeah, they really are. They're playing very well on all cylinders. I mean, they have really put it together. And you remember 3 weeks ago when they won their first game, Ray Bentley, he was excited. He said, you know, we became a team tonight when we won our first game. And he was right. There's a difference on this club. You can tell by watching them play. Ray Bentley has instilled his attitude and his style of play into this football club. And let's face it, Ray Bentley was an awfully good football player.
Well, there is the owner of the team, Mark Hamister, who had to make the coaching change and did, and went to Ray Bentley. Tommy Maddox back to throw. Got his man on the far side. That'll be caught over there by Damian Porter. By the way, the next home game is this Thursday, and it'll be a national televised contest on TNN as well. But you can expect the Destroyers, if they were to hold on and win today, winners of 3 straight, they're going to have a pretty good crowd Thursday night at the arena.
Well, they should. Now, they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now. They're playing very well, and they're a team that's fun to watch, really for the first time in their existence.
Lewis with the catch, trying to get to the outside and run out of bounds real hard at that time by Latish Kinsler for the Buffalo Destroyers. Flying Tigers stop in for all you can eat crab legs every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. Once again, it's the Flying Tigers.
Latish Kinsler's had to make a couple of tackles. A moment ago, they threw the pass to the player he was guarding, and now he's got to make tackles. He got up a little bit slowly, like he hurt his wrist on that play. But he is also a guy that has played with this Red Dog team.
Out of the shotgun again. This time Maddox under pressure throws it deep. We got a guy going down. I think it's Kinsler, and I think he's hurt. And that pass went nowhere. Yeah, I think Kinsler's still feeling the effects.
Yeah, he hurt his wrist when he went down on the tackle a moment ago. And then as he tried to change directions on that time, his arm looked like it hurt so bad he couldn't catch his balance. He couldn't use it to keep his balance.
And you see how he's holding that left hand right there.
Yeah.
Now he's got it cocked up there. He's not feeling 100% by no means.
You can tell, and believe me, if we notice it, you can be sure that the Red Dogs notice it.
This time they send Lewis through the slot. Maddox wants to go deep again. It's against Kinsler, and it'll be incomplete. Kinsler's playing with one hand. He did not put the right arm up that time to defend. He just went with the left hand.
He's playing with one arm. You can tell he's not himself, and whether he broke that wrist and is just trying to go, he can't swing his arm when he runs. He couldn't reach up to defend the football. Watch how he reaches up with his left arm, and that's good technique because it's the proper way to do it in that position on the right side. But you can still tell that arm is not right.
They're going to run at him again. Here's Maddox coming his way. Pass is caught by Saunders. He makes a one-arm tackle. Just using the right arm. Kinsler.
He's got a flag back in the backfield of the Red Dogs. That's going against the Red Dogs. It's an illegal block in the backfield against the Red Dogs. That's going to come back.
.804 left to go in the game. 62-48. Buffalo out in front of the Red Dogs. This would be their third victory in a row if they pull it off, and their second road win in a row. They won at Houston last weekend. And this victory, if they hold on, would put them right in the Arena League playoff hunt. And here's the call right now. Oh, more conversation before we get the call.
Now I think it's a spot where they're going to spot the football. Yeah.
We got a clip. Offense number 75. 8 yards from the previous spot. Replay, third down.
That's going to hurt.
And they'll mark that off. Back to the 15-yard line.
That took away a first down.